Hi everyone, I think I'm live. Welcome. As you pop on, please pop on and say hello. Let me know where you're watching from. If you're new here, my name's Tracy and I'm an independent Stampin' Up Demonstrator here in Central Victoria, Australia. So I'm really happy to have you here. I'm looking down, I'm actually taking off a band-aid that I've had on all day. When I opened the shop this morning, I cut my finger. But it looks pretty ugly at the moment, so I'm gonna get rid of it before it goes down to my hands. So as we're waiting for a few people to pop on, I think, what have I been doing this week? Just been working, really. Not a real lot going on. Hi Deirdre. Although we do have something really special coming up on Monday. We have a public holiday, so that's really great. It feels like, I don't know, it feels like forever since we've had a public holiday, and I know it hasn't been that long, but I don't know, I feel like I need a bit of a holiday. And a long weekend is always really nice to have. Hi Pam, hi Marion, welcome. Hi everyone. How is everyone? How's your week been? Hi Fiona. Have you been doing anything exciting, or have you just been working? Have you been crafting? What have you been crafting? Hi Sandy, welcome. Oh, I've got a few people come on early. So with Monday being the public holiday, and I don't know whether any of the other states, but here in Victoria we have the public holiday, so I think I'm going to use that time to do a little bit of getting ahead with my crafting things. So a little bit of filming and creating, so it's going to be fun. Hi Lisa. Fiona's going to be working. Pam's been giving her new puncher workout. Beautiful. Well, I'd love to see the cards that you're creating. So Pam purchased the postage, rectangular postage stamp. No, rectangular postage punch. I don't know. You know, the one that I used the other week. Anyway, Deirdre's working as well. Yeah, all that. Do you get the long weekend off at all, or are you working Monday as well? I'm really happy that we're shut for Monday, so I'm a little excited if you can't tell. Okay, I'll have a few people on, so hopefully you've all had a really great week. I hope you've had no real excitement going on, but you've been able to just dig around and maybe get a little bit of crafting done. I haven't done too much crafting this week, but I have been busy doing my monthly class, so I'll tell you a little bit later about that. I'm really excited to be bringing another class this month. Alright, so what I might do is I might pop the camera down. If you're popping on, please just say hello. Let me know where you're watching from if you're new here. Deirdre's a nurse, so no such thing as long weekends. 100% understand. They're open every day, so someone has to work it. But I'm sure you'll get paid really nicely if you're working on the long weekend, which is always a nice little bonus too. Alright, so let's pop the camera down. I'm really excited to be using the stamp set that we're using tonight. It's one of the new products that is available to customers this month as well, and I have a really awesome card as well, so you can't go wrong when it's a really cool card. I'm just going to bring my light over. Hopefully my light's all good. Let me know if it's not, anyone. Okay, so this Sunday just gone was a new Facebook Sunday challenge, and for this one we had a sketch challenge, and you may have already catched my boo-boo. It's actually for the 28th of this month, and I just saw the 28th and posted it. So we're a month early, but we're going to do it for February anyway, and we'll do February's in March. So the sketch challenge is a really basic sketch, and it's flickering. Okay, I think it's this light. I can move it over a little bit, and I think that'll stop it. Let me know if that helps, Pam. Yeah, so it was a really easy sketch challenge, and I've used the Simply Succulents stamp set and the die set It has one huge die in it, so this background die. Isn't this gorgeous? So simple on a 𝒕 card base. Nice little bit of ribbon in the background. Super simple, but really, really pretty as well. And I've popped a few little pearls in there because I think the pearls with the white background of that die set really looks pretty. So there is some really wonderful ideas that the ladies have done too, and you've got plenty of time. You've got till Sunday to join in, and you can join in after. It doesn't really matter. We would love to have you join in, but there'll be a new challenge there on Sunday. So if you're interested, if you're stuck for ideas, this is a really great way to get back your mojo and to get crafting. So come and have a look and come and join in. Thank you, Fiona. Okay, so on my YouTube channel this week, I've only got one video which went live yesterday. It is a fun challenge. I know, Sandy, you love sketch challenges, which is why I try and do them every month, because I actually really enjoy them as well. So I took part in the Global Monthly Video Hop this month, and it was home decor as the theme. Let me bring in my project. I'm probably a little bit close. This is a paper mache rabbit, and I actually got this one from Spotlight, and I've done lots of little punches from that Butterfly Duet punch. This is the 6x6 Subtles in Colour DSP pack, and this is also the Blushing Bride metallic ribbon that's in the mini catalogue. So you can find both the punch and the DSP in the annual catalogue. This one is in the mini catalogue, and I've used those gorgeous Pretty Perennials dies to create the little flower on his head, or on her head, because it's pink. And I've also used a little bit of Blushing Bride Re-Inker in a spritzer with alcohol, as well as some Frost White shimmer paint. So it's really, really shiny. I don't know how much that picks up in the camera, but it's really beautiful. It's a real nice, soft, subtle sort of colour, but really, really pretty. Although I will say, I think the rabbit's a little bit anorexic, because you can see the ribs, what looks like ribs. So I think this little Easter bunny needs to eat a few more eggs. But this is a great little project, and I've teamed it up with a couple of ceramic eggs that I also purchased at Spotlight. Added a few extra punches, and it'll be a really nice table decoration. So if you're interested, go and check that one out. I've got a few different things happening over on my YouTube channel to change it up a little bit. So if you haven't had a look at that, please go over and have a look. There is a new host code because it's the start of the month. We are now in March. Can you believe it? So everyone who purchases in my online store using this host code will not only get a new bundle tutorial. Let me bring that in and quickly show you. So each month it's a completely different bundle tutorial. Now everyone that's part of my team, the Inky Stampers, received this as a free gift. Lots and lots of inspiration. We've got full colour photos with all the products used, all the measurements, and a full description of how, all directions to put them all together. Really, really beautiful projects. This one is really great. It's a snailed it card and gift box. And I know that picture really doesn't do it justice, because my ink in my printer is not the very best, but really lovely ideas in this bundle. And that's free for anyone who purchases through me through March using the hostess code. And I'll just quickly show you my card. This is the Sweet Strawberry bundle that I've used for this one, and it's a Z fold card, so really cute. We have Flirty Flamingo and Green Apple Green, so really nice, bright, beautiful colours. Hi Sylvia. Oh, thanks Lacey, you love the bunny. Hi Jeanette, no, you're not too late, all good. Excellent. Oh, thanks Anne, I love the hearts. Okay, also if you do shop with me through this month using the hostess code, I've also got another little special. Anyone who purchases $60 in their order is going to receive a free pack of dimensionals from me. So all you need to do is place a $60 order use that hostess code and I'll send you a free pack of dimensionals with our customer appreciation card. And you also get the bundle tutorial on top. So don't worry, you won't miss out with those ones. Let me quickly show you the customer appreciation card for the whole month of March. Look at this, isn't this gorgeous? I love these bright colours together. So we have Mango Melody, Magenta Madness, and I've got Calypso Coral in here as well. And we're doing ink splotching technique in tonight's card. So that was a little bit of a sneak peek of what's coming later on. So stick with me. So don't forget, $60 order, you're going to get a packet of dimensionals as well as all the other freebies that you get with me. Okay, so we have the Butterfly Bouquet suite now available to all customers. This is what we're using tonight on the card. This is absolutely gorgeous. It comprises of a stamp set and die set, and I've actually got it here because we're using it tonight, so let me just show you. This is one full stamp on, it's a cling stamp set, and there's heaps of dies here. Look at these dies. So we have detailed butterflies, we have the outline butterflies, which are also one full one, so you can stamp it and die cut at the same time. What I really love about this set is we've got a few little scattered die cuts here. This one gives a basket weave type effect when you run it through the die machine, and we have a brick here as well. So heaps and heaps of different sized butterflies, and they're different sorts as well. So we've got rounded, and I don't know all the different butterfly terms, but really, really pretty. Hi Rachel, welcome. So this is available now for customers. So have a look at that because it's a really, really nice set, and we're going to be using it later on. It's also part of my monthly card class this month. And while we're talking about it, let me just bring out, so I did show you last week if you were here last week. There is DSP, this is going to be in the annual catalogue when it comes out, but the designer series paper is not. And this is gorgeous. 48 sheets of 6x6, really pretty colours and designs. Lots and lots of butterflies. Isn't that gorgeous? So that is the, actually I think there's one more. Yeah, that one there I think is the other one. Yeah, so really pretty pack of designer series paper. And 48 sheets, it's $20, so you really can't go past that. I think that's a decent price, and you have heaps of the same patterns, so you can really create lots of different cards. And there's also specialty paper. I'll get that and I'll show you that as well really, really quickly. Comes in a pack of 2, and it's called Natural Touch DSP. So it's almost like laminate paper, if that makes sense. It's really glossy and shiny, and there's 2 different designs there. Okay. So that is available if you're interested. And by purchasing that bundle, that'll also get you that free pack of dimensionals if you purchase through me. Okay, lastly, just as part of the announcements, my Stamp with Tracy monthly class. This is the 2nd month I'm doing it, and we are using Butterfly Brilliance. But the great thing is with this class, it doesn't include the stamp set, so you can purchase this as an add-on. But you really don't need it either. If you already have a butterfly stamp set, and there is tons out there. Off the top of my head, the Touch of Ink, which was available with the Celebration, you could get away with using that one. There is a couple in the catalogue as well, and I probably should have looked before going live, but you could use those as well for this class. All the registration and the info is available on my blog. It's actually just under my name. There is a tab there that says Stamp with Tracy. Go over there, check it out. Come and join in because it's really great. There's 5 cards that we're creating. And I'll give you a sneak peek of one of them. Let me get one out. So this one here, lots and lots of Magenta Madness, and just a really cool, fun idea card there. Hi Ingrid, welcome. So yeah, so there's one of the cards, and there's 5 in the class. All right, so if you have any questions, let me know. Happy to answer any questions. Alrighty, so we've done all the announcements. Are we ready to start stamping and crafting? Oh, thank you. Okay, so let me just show you. I did do 2 cards. So this was the first one that I created, and I really loved this background, the little bits of white in between. I left the Magenta Madness completely clean, which I thought, yeah, that looks good. And then I thought, let's try embossing it. And I thought this really looked great. There wasn't quite so much white space in the second card that I created. So I don't know, what do you prefer? I really like the extra white space that the right one has. But we're working today with the Stamparatus as well. So that's going to be super fun, that I'll be showing you a few different things. Now, the embossing folder that I'm using here is called, and I did write it down, Greenery, I think it is. And we're going to use it. These actually come in a pack of 2. We're going to use this one here, and these are perfect for that little mini stamp and cut machine. I don't have that, but I've just got my normal stamp and cut, and that's what we're going to be using. Okay, grab my inks. So we're using the 3 different colours. Marianne likes the right side of the card. Fiona likes both. Beautiful. So Magenta Madness, Mango Melody, and Calypso Coral are the colours that we're using. I also have my card base. So let's just move these to the side a little bit. I have my Mango Melody card base. It's already pre-scored. Let me know, would you put these 3 colours together for a card? Or I don't know how I come across these 3 colours, but I absolutely love them. So we have a piece of the Magenta Madness. We're using shimmery white for our background here because we're going to add a little bit of water. So you want either watercolour paper or shimmery white paper to hold up to it. And Calypso Coral. Sandy loves the colours. Jeanette likes the white space one. Yeah, I'm with you, Jeanette. It is a great colour combo. Thanks, Rachel. Lisa likes the white space with the embossed piece. Beautiful. Well, that's what we're going to go, Lisa. I really liked the white space, but I love the embossed background. So we're going to do, I don't know about you guys, but I never seem to create something and do the same thing twice. I find, I'll try something different if I'm not really happy. So that's what we're doing today, and that's what we usually do each week anyway. But we're going to emboss this piece here with that embossing folder. And I'm just going to do that off camera because it really shakes my camera around a little bit, but hang with me for a second. So has everyone seen the Butterfly Brilliance set? Or is everyone butterflied out? I think Stampin' Up do really well with flowers and with butterflies. So we never have non-butterflies or flowers in the catalogue. Look at that. That really gives some great texture just with that little embossing folder. So this card comes together pretty simply once we get going. So this is shimmery white. Now, if you're after any of the measurements, they'll be on my YouTube channel tomorrow. All the measurements, all the supplies will be listed over there. And what we're going to do is, I have just a bit of plastic, and this is recycled from one of our die sets. You know, your dies come in, sometimes they'll come in something like that, and then in a plastic wrap as well. I always hold on to these because they're pretty thick and they're really great for this technique. Jeanette has the older butterfly set and die, so it's not on your radar yet. Yeah, absolutely. I just actually saw that DSP and I had to have it all, so, but that's usually the way. So we're going to actually start with the lighter colour, the Mango Melody, and I'm just going to open it up. So this is the technique's called ink sploshing, and I'm just going to add a little bit of the ink down onto that plastic. And I've got one of my Stampin' Spritzers here just filled with plain water. And I might just move this aside just while I'm playing with water, because quite frankly, I'll probably end up with it everywhere. Just going to spritz a little bit of water down on that. Run it together. You see how that really just mixes all round? And I'm going to get another bit of paper just to protect that. Just a little. There we go. And all I'm going to do is I'm just going to place that down on my paper. So you can add more water if you want more water. You can have less water. See how that's got less water and it gives that effect. Now the great thing is when you're doing this, no card's going to be exactly the same, because you just can't get the same with this style of technique. So I'm just adding a little bit of colour all round. And I really like to come in with the heat tool in between each colour and just dry that really well. So I think there's enough yellow on that. I'm just going to grab a baby wipe to pick up all that ink. And I've had this for a long time. I keep reusing this and just keep it in my stash. So it's a really good thing to recycle and keep use of. So I'm just going to bring the heat tool in and make sure that's completely dry. Has anyone been crafting this week? Have you done anything exciting? Now when your paper lifts because you've added water, if you turn it over and add the heat tool to the back, it sort of puts it back into place. And I don't know how well, can you see that pink there? So obviously I had some Magenta Madness on my sheet and it's transferred down, but it won't matter. So the next colour I'm going to go with is the Calypso Coral. Adding a little bit of that down. A little bit of water. Oops. That's a lot of water because it's just gone everywhere. And we're just going to touch down in parts. Really mindful that I'm going to end up with a bit of white space because I really liked that look. So what colours would you put together if you were going to do this card and you were going to choose different colours? What colours would you choose? Okay, I think that looks really good. So we're going to leave it with those colours and then come in with the Magenta Madness. And I think this is what I did with the second one. I was putting too much colour down, too much spots, and by the time I come around with the third colour there was really no space left, like you just had to pop them down. Marion's been playing with the Hydrangea DSP. Oh, that's pretty. Pam made a birthday card and played with the buttons. Now tell me, Pam, did you get rid of all those, or have you gone through all your buttons? Because you had tons there the other day. Okay, so let's bring the heat tool back in. And you're really not going to see the Calypso Coral too much, I don't think. That Magenta Madness really takes over most of the colour. Which I really like, the Magenta Madness, but my daughter hates the colour. She thinks it looks tacky. But I'm a fan of brights, so I do like brights, and you're not going to get any brighter than Magenta Madness. You're only halfway through. You'll get there. Coastal Cabana Gorgeous Grape Mango Melody. That would look really pretty. Oh, I'd like to see that. And I probably didn't need quite as much ink down. What I might do is I might just pick up some of that so we don't overpower it too much. Now Pam, I wanted to ask as well, did you play around with your embossing powder this week? To see if it's all okay. Pam definitely has more patience. I know I probably would have thrown them all out in the bin. I don't think I could sit there and do that. You've done really well to do what you've done. So I'm trying to make sure that I don't overpower too much with that Magenta Madness, because it really can take over, and I think I need a little bit more water. There we go. I think I might leave it like that. I think that looks really good. I do have Magenta Madness everywhere though. Let me see if I can get rid of some of that. Marion tried the gilded leaf. I only made a mess. I have not used it in a little while. The last time I used the gilded leafing, I actually ended up with more on my floor than anywhere else. I popped my project into my big container and it just poofed out everywhere. Well, it's going to be one of those fun ones to play with. Rachel hasn't tried hers yet. I took on the advice of having the big container for the gilded leafing, and yeah, I've still got the big container, but it still went everywhere, so it's just one of those things. So you can see how each time they look completely different, which is cool. Okay. Now, because it's such a big stamp set, you could put it on one of your big blocks, and I've got one just here. But because we're using Memento Tuxedo Black ink, I want a very good dark black image. And usually just stamping once, and especially with so much detail there, it's not going to be inked really that perfectly. So I'm going to use my Stamparatus, because that's going to guarantee me that I can stamp twice, 3 times, as many times as I need, and I'm going to get a perfect placement every time. So one thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab some positional or repositional tape, and this is just stuff I've got from Spotlight. I've had this for years. It's just cheap stuff, but it's really good to be able to reposition things. So I'm going to place that down, and then I can place my stamp over the top. So the great thing is this stamp is bigger than a piece of shimmery white here, so I can place it over, and it's going to go off the edges, making sure this piece is up against the edges really well. That way we know that when we re-stamp, it's going to be stamped in the exact same position. So I'm going to pick it up. There we go. stick ink pad underneath because that helps me to keep it nice and flat while I'm inking. So let's bring the memento back in. We're going to get nice even coverage on all the stamps. And like I said, we're going to probably do this at least twice, maybe 3 times. Okay, let's stamp it. And this is a really great tool. I will admit it's not a tool that I use a lot. But if I know that I need to restamp a few times, especially on anything that has been watercoloured or even heat embossed, because that affects the paper, the Stamparatus is something that I bring out and make sure I use. So I've pressed down on all those images. I'm going to open it up. And that's a pretty good even coverage, but I want it just that little bit darker. I want it to really stand out and be nice and dark. So I'm just going to go over it again. Lisa's had some orders for baby cards, wedding and engagement cards. See, it's wedding season now, Lisa, and I think with the whole COVID, it's baby season. It's going to be baby boomers. I think we're going to have another baby boomer season. Okay, so let's stamp this one again, and you'll see the difference. Just making sure I haven't missed anything. So a couple of times in the last couple of weeks, I've noticed there's been no comments coming through, but there's something going on with my phone. So after I get off, I notice there's comments. So I'm not sure what's going on there, but I'll just keep an eye on it. If I don't answer you, once I get off and I read through the comments, I'll definitely answer you. I'm not sure if it's something I'm doing or if it's something going on with the phone. So look at that. That is a real difference. And maybe I could do it again just for in here. Why not? That large butterfly is pretty big. So I'm just going to hit that large butterfly again just to get in and along here. Really nice details in these butterflies. So I'm not big on the different types of butterflies, but you've definitely got a lot of different ones in this stamp set. Okay, yeah, really happy with that one. So I can peel that off. And you can make heaps and heaps of cards with the Stamparatus, because once you get your position in, you can just restamp all the projects really quickly. So look at that. That really pops the black on that now, which is what we really wanted. I'm just going to heat it with the heat tool to make sure that that memento's nice and set. Jeanette says I'm freezing. Okay, am I freezing for anyone else? Hopefully my internet's okay. So I'm just taking off that repositional tape. Which makes it really gummy. Okay. So we're also going to do a little bit of stamping for our sentiment. And I didn't get my stamp out already. Let me just check. So I've got the sentiment from the Garden Wishes. So this stamp set has no sentiments at all, it's all images. So I've teamed it up with the Garden Wishes, because there's a couple of really pretty sentiments in this one. And I'm just going to stamp that with the Memento as well. Just did it again. Sorry, Jeanette, I'm not sure what's going on. Is anyone else having any problems? So I'm going to stamp this off to the right in this piece, and this is Calypso Coral card. Okay. Now in this one, it's a really cool little punch that I'm going to use on the end to give that really cool effect. This is the pick a label punch. So I'm going to just pop that through, and there's two different punches that you can punch out. So I'm going to go on this side. Okay, everyone else is pretty good, excellent. And doesn't that give like a really good effect? I could do the other side as well, but I just wanted something on the left-hand side, just for a little extra detail. And we're pretty much just going to pop this card together. So I'm going to use some liquid adhesive for our cardstock here. I'm popping that down, leaving a little bit of a border. So stick with me, everyone, because we're going to do the drawing for last week's card that we did. It's a little bit big, so I'm just going to chop that overhang off on the end. And if anyone knows Joy, who won last week, let her know that she needs to get in touch with me so I can send her a card. I don't have her address. This one we're going to pop up because I think everything looks good popped up. Because it is a little bit out of shape, we're going to have to use a few dimensionals, which is okay. I've actually got some dimensional edges here that I'm going to pop all the way around. You could also use that other tape, what's it called, that you can use for shaker cards. Someone help me out. I've got it in my drawer, I can get it out if no one knows. So you really want to make sure that it's well supported. Any excuse to use extra ones? Absolutely. I do love dimensionals. I think they work so well. And you can use the edges, so you're not wasting anything. There we go. Heaps on there. Adhesive strips, thanks Sandy, that's them. They're really good as well. So we're going to pop that one down. And this has got a good amount of white space on it, I'm happy with that. Okay, should we pop this one up or have it flat? So the one that I embossed is just glued down with multi-purpose glue, but this one is popped up. What one do you think? I have no problems using more dimensionals. Lisa says she loves dimensionals too. Never make a card without them. Absolutely. I don't think I make a card without dimensionals either. So, with lots of dimensionals. Pop it up. Pop up. Oh, hi Caroline, welcome. Alright, so let's pop it up. Dimensionals are super economical as well. I think they're like $6 for a full pack. And there's like 300 in the pack, so really economical. I'm going to pop it down a little bit just outside of that larger butterfly right towards the end here. Beautiful. Okay, so the first one I created that I didn't emboss, I put no rhinestones on. This one I put rhinestones on, and I think we're going to put rhinestones on this card as well because it needs pop-up, it needs dimension, and it needs bling. So let me bring in... I'm using a lot of rhinestones lately as well. Okay. Gonna grab just a couple of those. Stampin' Up Dimensionals are the best, absolutely. I don't waste my money on other cheap brands of anything anymore. I don't think, unfortunately, the quality's just not there with the cheap ones. And I'd really hate to send to create a beautiful card and send it off and it falls apart. And that's something you don't have to worry about with Stampin' Up's quality. The liquid adhesive, nothing's coming off. All your dimensionals are really popped up, and as long as you've put enough on there, they will stay there as well. So cute. See how they're all so different? This one's very dark, but definitely love the white space, and I love that it's popped up on this one as well. What, no string? Absolutely not, Mary, not this time. One thing you can always guarantee is dimensionals. String most of the time. String or ribbon. Alright, so I'm just going to quickly pop up all my tools and things out of the way. And then we're going to do the draw for last week's card, which was absolutely beautiful. Okay. So it was this one here, using a touch of ink, which was a celebration. How did everyone go with celebration? Did you get everything that you were after? Did you not get anything? I think this stamp set was absolutely gorgeous. That and the Berry Blessings. I'm sort of hoping that the Berry Blessings is going to be available in the annual catalogue. Sometimes they do that, so I've got my fingers crossed. Oh, thanks Ingrid, you're the best. Thanks everyone. Beautiful. So you've all enjoyed today's card. Excellent. I know I've done well when you enjoy it. So for this week's card, I'm going to be sending it to someone. So good luck everyone. Now if you want to go on the draw to win one of these cards next week, all you need to do is like, comment and share, and you can do that live now, on the replay later on, or over on my YouTube channel. Now if you're watching YouTube, please leave a comment because I can't see who's left the like. So you really do need to leave a comment on YouTube. Alright, so good luck everyone. I'm going to choose a name. I have one here. Lisa Taylor. Well done, Lisa. Alright, so I do have your address, so I'll send that to you tomorrow, or out in the mail. And just once again, if anyone knows Joy from last week's winnings, please let her know to get in touch with me so I can send her this card. I just need her address, so if she would mind getting in touch with me. Alright, so let me pop the camera around really quickly. Alright. Rachel only opened some of the celebration stuff last night. Just had it since New Year's. You've been busy though, so that's understandable. Lisa's happy. Beautiful. Alrighty. Alright, so don't forget we'll be live again next Thursday, so hopefully you can join me. I'm thinking maybe doing an Easter themed, maybe 3D project. I think I want to do a 3D project, so wait and see what I come up with on the weekend. Oh, Joy popped on a moment ago. Thanks, Ingrid. Alright, Joy, if you are watching, please get in touch with me so I can send you that card. Alright, so quickly, don't forget, Stamp With Me monthly classes. There, you can sign up and register now. Registration closes on the 20th, and there is a tab on my blog, so go over and check that out if you're interested. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to have giveaways. We're gonna have fun, and we're using that beautiful designer series paper with the Butterfly Brilliance suite, so that'll be a lot of fun. Alright, I don't think there's too much else, so thank you so much for joining and spending a bit of time with me tonight. I've really had a lot of fun with you all, and hopefully you've had a little fun and you've been able to get a little bit of inspiration. Don't forget, Sunday we'll be doing a new challenge, so I'd love for you to join in if you haven't already. It always is a lot of fun. Thanks, Sandy. Thanks, Anne. Okay. Everyone, have a great weekend too, and I'll see you all next week. All right. Thanks, Carolyn. Bye-bye.